When working with MySQL databases in PHP, there are two up-to-date connection choices, MySQL I and PDO. PDO stands for PHP Data Object and is the most recent and has the advantage of working with a wide variety of databases from different vendors, including MySQL. It is the approach demonstrated in this video. Refer to the URL shown on your screen for information and examples of PDO in action. This video focuses only on establishing a database connection. First, you must confirm that your database server supports PDO. Most do, but check to be sure. To do this, find and access your PHP info page for your server. Search for PDO. If it is present and lists the database you are using, you can proceed. To create a database connection, you will need 4 pieces of information: the server name, the database name, the proxy username, and password. In addition, we will add an error option variable to indicate how errors should be dealt with. Begin by creating a PHP page and name it something to indicate the database connections will be stored here. We will place it in the public folder for testing, then move it into private space once it is working. In the file, create variables and provide the values needed to connect to the database, in this case, the Guitar1 database. Then DSN variable. This variable is required by PDO to indicate the type of database, the server, and database names. We will concatenate the variables holding the values into the DSN statement. Next, add the error handling option in the form of an array with a single key and value. This indicates that if a problem occurs while creating a PDO connection, to throw an exception. With the variables in place, we will use a TryCatch block to attempt to create the PDO connection or catch an exception if one occurs. In the try, we will attempt to create the connection and echo a statement for testing purposes only if it worked. In the catch, we will echo a trace stack if it did not. In your local development environment, make sure the web and MySQL servers are running. Then run the connection file in the browser. If things work and I have connected to the database, the success message should appear. If not, my failure message will appear. I will make sure that both success and failure are shown to demonstrate the difference. When the connection fails, notice all of the information displayed in the getTrace error. This information gives everything to a would-be hacker and is not desirable. Instead, I will change the error to something generic. Better yet, I would redirect to an error page to actually display an error. This will not be demonstrated in this video. Now that I am sure the connection is correct and working, I will convert my test script into a custom function, making it easier to use in the future. On the line before the declaration of my variables, I add a keyword function, followed by the name to describe the use of the Guitar1 database. This function will require no parameters, so the parentheses will be empty. Following the parentheses will be an opening curly brace, and following the close of the TryCatch block, I will add a closing curly brace. Then, instead of echoing a success message in the try block, replace it with a return statement followed by the new PDO connection variable from the line preceding it. The return will send back the new connection object to wherever the function was called. To test the new function, I will create a new variable outside the function and call the function. If the function works, it should return a PDO object. I can test this by writing a simple if-else and testing if the function call resulted in an object. Once tested and working, remove the function call and test structure. Once everything is working, move the file out of the public folder. To use it, you would implement a require and provide the path to the file. The server file system can get the file from outside of the public folder, while web visitors are contained within the public folder. To add additional database connections, create new functions in the same file with different names reflecting the database to be connected to. A second function would be to the Guitar2 database.